Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you all of the movies, music, and TV shows that I watched and listened to this April. So because of the quarantine and everything with that, I feel like I've just been consuming so much more multimedia in terms of just like music and kind of TV shows. Not so much movies. We're not that big of a movie family, so we aren't really into that stuff as much as like TV shows. So a lot of all the TV shows that are currently airing have ended now, which is sad except one. But yeah, it's overall it was a really good kind of TV show month for me. So without further ado, let's get started. So obviously starting with TV shows, I'll just kind of talk about the ones that ended this month. So we had Modern Family. The show ended. We really got into the show when it first came out, and I feel like in terms of the writing it really went downhill kind of after season 5. So there were some funny moments, but I felt like it was a good time for the show to end because I feel like it lost a lot of the humor that was in the first ones, like the first few seasons. So I was happy that I was ending. I was a little bit sad. My mom cried during the last episode. So it's kind of an end of an era really for that. But I am sad that it ended, but I felt like it was a good time for it to end because I felt like the writing just wasn't that good anymore. And then also Brooklyn Nine-Nine had the season 7 finale. I liked it. The season was so short though, so I'm a little bit sad, but at least we have season 8, which I am looking forward to. I think our favorite episodes from this season was when Munch died. Like that one I think was my favorite, and then the one with all like the hamsters was really funny as well. This Is Us also ended. I think it ended in March, but we were a little bit behind, so we watched the last few episodes this month, and I really liked it. I like how they had like the parallels between the first season, or like the first episode of the season and the last episode of the season dealt with like strangers. So I did really like that aspect as well. I finished watching all of the Stumptown episodes on Hulu. I was behind on that show too, and I just like marathon through them. But yeah, I liked this season. I think it's a very interesting show. The characters are very flawed and messy, and I really like it. It's sometimes like it's a very much kind of formulaic in terms of just like a cop detective show, but it brings something new to the table, which I really enjoy. And I really loved the last like the finale. I thought was really well done, and if there's a season 2, like it left on a cliffhanger, so it's very interested. So I think like season 2 would be very good as well. So I really enjoyed that one. And then Law & Order SVU also ended. I really liked the finale, how it brought in a lot of the different characters that we saw throughout throughout the season that had a specific interest with like one of the detectives. So I really liked that, and there was the really big court case. And then I hear that there is like in the next season they're gonna bring back Stabler, which I'm like really interested to see, and then he's gonna have his own show, which is just like gonna be amazing. So I'm really excited about that. I started watching The Marvelous Miss Maisel on Netflix, and I finished, or on Amazon Prime, and I finished the first season. I really like this. I was a big fan of Gilmore Girls, and you can tell that it's the same creators and writers because it has that very fast-paced writing style, which I really like. I like the 1950s theme. I really love the characters, and it's like funny, but not like office funny, but it's just something that you can watch that makes you feel happy. And I love the period piece. It's a really great show, and it's definitely one, once my finals are done in the next few weeks, like the next week or so, like I'll be able to kind of like marathon through it. So that is also a good show. And then the only like on-air show that's currently airing, my mom's really big on Survivor and I watch it here or there, but it's How to Get Away with Murder, and this is in the final season. I think there's only 2 more episodes left until it's over, and this is just a crazy show. I think like this is, we were saying actually, like that's a show like once it finishes to watch it all the way from the beginning to one, because everything is so interconnected, even from like the first season. And I didn't see some of the episodes from season 1, so I feel like it would be a good refresher. But that is also another great show that I highly recommend you check out. I think the first 5 seasons are on Netflix, so you can go and watch it there. So moving on to music, there was quite a few songs that I really liked and have been listening to a lot this month. So the first one would have to be Paper Planes. I just kind of stumbled upon this song on YouTube and I love it. It's just really good. It's kind of like moving on from a relationship and like people just like grow and just kind of grow apart. I really like the message in here. I think it's a cute song. I love playing it on guitar. And then I have like a couple like hipster songs. So there's like Eyes on You, and then there is Portland, Maine, which are kind of like if you're like in a coffee shop in Seattle and it's raining and you can see like the street lights and car lights reflecting off the rain and you're like drinking your tea at this coffee place, like this is the music that I like picture in my mind. So these ones are nice and good acoustic ones as well. And then I'm filming this on May 1st and We3's new album came out. I haven't listened to it yet, but they had like a single that was released earlier in April, and it's I Wanna Love Somebody, and I really like this song. I really love that band. My mom, it's probably like my mom's a really big fan of their music, actually, much more than me. She like listens to their album on repeat, so she's excited about it too. So I had to burn her a disc because she doesn't have like because I bought it off of iTunes, and so I burned her a disc so she could have it in her car, because even though she has like Amazon Music and all that, like we have the unlimited one, she doesn't really use that. She's very low tech in that area, so I have that for her as well. But I really like the song. I liked this, like the guitar lick throughout it, and it's just a very interesting, it's very indie pop, and I really like this. So I'm curious to see how I feel about the album because I haven't listened to it yet, so who knows. And then Maddie and Tay had a new album that came out this month as well, which I really enjoyed. I've enjoyed a lot of their songs. I really loved Die From a Broken Heart, like Friends Don't, One Heart to Another. Like those were like the singles leading up to this album. And so out of like, not including the ones that have already been released, but I think my favorites of this album are Everywhere I'm Going, Drunk or Lonely, which I think is the best one on there, next to Die From a Broken Heart. Then there's also Trying On Rings and Ain't There Yet, and I also like Bathroom Floor. That one's a good one too. So that is a really good album. I have really enjoyed their music and I'm happy that they are back. And then in regards to movies, we only watched one movie this month. Like I said, we're more of a TV show family, yeah, I watched Little Women with my parents. My mom really wanted to see it, and I saw it with my sister when it came out in theaters back in January, and so my mom wanted to see it, and everyone really liked it. It was good seeing it a second time around too, and I had to explain to them like the cold tone like scenes are present day, the past scenes kind of have a golden tone to it, and so I had to like help them. If you're not familiar with the story, it can be a little confusing, so I think it worked out that I was there and I was able to be like, oh, this is that day and that's that day, so it worked out. But I really love this movie. It's definitely probably like, I feel like it's a classical movie, and I didn't like the book, but I really enjoyed this movie, and so I was happy to kind of rewatch it again because I was really excited for it to come out on Blu-ray, so I was really happy about that. But yeah, that's basically everything that I watched and listened to this month. Thank you guys so much for watching. I feel like I was all over the place because I had to like go through the TV shows very quickly, but nevertheless, I feel like it was, in terms of media, it was a good media month for me, and definitely in May because our state has extended the like shelter in place until June. I will probably be consuming more. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you've been watching and listening to during this quarantine. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.